Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, biggest gob in sport. You know, today we're joined by Andy from Scotland. He's a he's a boxing fan, aren't you, Andy?
Yeah, love it.
How you doing, lad?
Not bad yourself.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. I get by, don't I? I get by, kid.
Yeah, doing fine. All set for tonight.
I'm all set here, ready.
How's your day been?
All right, I suppose. I'm up early, aren't I? 4, 4, half 4 job early. I'll take my dogs out, do my rundown. If I don't do it, I feel like I've not cheated, but I can't get through my day if I haven't done my routine.
You get annoyed, eh? If you once you get into fitness, it's you do get annoyed if you miss
Down
a
to
fitness.
8% body fat now, so
8%.
8%, yeah, which is all right.
I'm
Yeah,
I'll be about 28.
8%,
No,
8%.
I did a 19 and a half hour fast from last night through
What?
until one. A fasting.
It's easy. Don't you know what? You know, your
All right.
human body's amazing. You know, if you've got to play around with a few things, but it's mainly Mickey Fio told me this. It's mainly what you eat, because a lot of people go to gym and they put loads of effort in, but then they eat crap, don't they? And I
Yeah.
was one of them people. You've always got abs if you train them. It's just that if you're going to put crap in, it's going to go on top of abs, isn't it? Kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I figured it out. Sort of figured it out by studying it. I mean, yeah, the egg yolks are good for you. It depends what you're looking for. But I was just playing about with a few different things like fruit diets, apple diets, egg white diets. Do name it, I've tried them all. And I find it easier now. Now you've got the right mindset, you know? But
I made a conscious effort cut my sugar intake because I was eating like 4 bars of milk chocolate a day at one point. I mean,
oh,
I was
man,
still only a
it's a
couple of stone
snack.
heavier than I am now,
It's a
but I
snack,
was
that
a
kid.
recovering chocoholic.
But
I know. I see a guy at the gym. I just go swimming, as I said before, but I go swimming and I see a guy that comes down for the gym and he's sweating, really sweating. Like he's been in the gym. Then he goes and has a swim and that, but he never gets any smaller. He's quite a big, hefty guy, eh? So he must be just eating rubbish if he's not getting anywhere
got to
that way.
cut it out. You know, just replace booze, don't you, with no sugar dilute pop, don't you?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, I'm at the supermarket earlier, looking at cans of beer. You know, normally on a Saturday, I'd be like, gosh, 8 cans of Stella and big bag of weed, and you know, and then depends how I feel about midnight. You know, I might just get roll the old £20 note up, but stopped all that now. I'm a bit more focused, and obviously, I've got more on my plate with other things, and I couldn't do that before. You see, I couldn't. I didn't have not. I didn't have the energy. I always felt lethargic. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't
See,
know.
if you eat good and live clean and lose a bit of weight, you just feel a whole lot. You're better spring in your step and that. You just feel a
Yeah.
whole lot fresher, and your mind's sharper as well. I noticed that with fasting. I thought I just feel a lot mentally sharper, But
I tried all that fasting in jail and hunger strike and all that, and it didn't really work. I just had a bad head because you're in a bad mood
yeah.
anyway. But I find it easier now. Plus, if I eat
How
too
was
much,
your,
pardon?
how was your Fray Bentos pie? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, obviously I didn't eat the top bit.
Pastry,
I won't have that, yeah, but I've just had the mince and all that, bit of mash and
Ah,
bit of broccoli with it mixed up. All right, mate, just reminds me of when I was a kid because we were fetched up on them, coal miners, kid, aren't I?
yeah.
Not everybody has steak, do they, every day? Not fortunate enough, are you? But even though my mum worked in
Yeah.
the butchers when I was a small kid. But yeah,
I used to go,
I
used
enjoyed
to go
it.
to my granny's and used to go to my granny's and get a Fray Bentos pie when I was probably 3, 4 year olds. She used to always have them, and she used to put the empty dish out for feeding the cats with the
Mm.
with the fat and that in it. But
I mean, you can eat what you want, really, as long as you eat in moderation. It's all right to have a bar of chocolate, but if I sit down with a dairy milk, I have to have about 10. If
ah,
I sit down with a jar of Nutella, I have to do a full jar. Listen,
yeah,
I
right.
sit down or I'm going to gym, I can't just do 10 or 20 sit ups. I have to do it until I'm in agony. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit crackers like, you know.
Addictive personality, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, years ago when I went up to no good, I were into saving money, and I just used to save and save and save and just look at it. It didn't mean anything at one point. Do you know what I mean? And then I got to the stage where I wanted to spend and spend and spend, and then take drugs and take drugs and take drugs, and take them to that, or working up in fields and stuff. So maybe there's something in here, but I don't know. But I'm trying something a bit different now. Aren't I? I'm trying to eat right, because you never know when your time's up. And let me tell you this:
That's it.
I've had a few close misses. I don't think I'm out at woods just yet.
Aye.
No, I don't
Tomorrow's promised to nobody, eh?
Pardon?
Tomorrow's promised to nobody, so make the most of it while we're here. It's not a dress rehearsal, is it?
Yeah. My little lad said to me, what are you eating there? Says Frey Bentus. He didn't even know what it were. Do you want that? He went, no, McDonald's. That's what you're up against, isn't it? I said, listen, I was fetched up on these. Well, when my dad worked at Yorkshire Main Pit, he used to get, I don't know if in other areas, it was they call them Robirch. Do you remember Robirch pies? Because you're my age, aren't you? You might not remember your kid. You get, if you did an extra shift or overtime, they give you a Robirch. That's what they call them. You used to eat it to fetch your mum. I remember looking at fridges as a kid. Says, all these Robirch pies, all, you know, when you're 6 or 7 years old. That's all you'd be having for your tea. Because nobody had out, did they, in the 70s? You know, like the war today, where, you know, everything's done for you now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Whereas in the 70s, if you didn't go to work, you didn't have out, did you? You know.
When I was an apprentice, I used to like going to butchers first thing in the morning on the way to work and getting, we call it a Scotch pie up here, so it's got mince or mutton or whatever in it in a pastry case, a shock crust pastry taste. But if you got them from the butcher first thing in the morning when they were just made, but you ended up eating them as soon as you got to work. You'd never have them for lunch, you'd be gone before.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in boxing. Last few days. What do you think to all that yesterday, and the narrative that they're trying to spin about, you know, everybody's got a squeaky bum, as somebody said in the comment section. The Matchroom fanboys, like, oof, Elenius is big and he can wallop and he's same height as AJ, and ooh, you know, look what he did to Kaunaki. Yeah, he cowed him. What do you think?
Gary Cornish was taller than AJ, wasn't
he? What?
Gary Cornish was taller than AJ, and what did he do?
Why is Eddie running around saying Robert Hilarious was 6'9"? Where's he get that from? He looks shorter than AJ, doesn't he?
He must have had his platform shoes on.
It's knackers for the sake of chatting knackers, isn't it, Andy?
That's it. Try to fill all these empty seats.
What?
He's trying to sell it to fill all the empty seats that people have got refunds for.
I hadn't seen this, but I spoke to Julian. Obviously, he's in Tenerife, and he says to me, they were all high-fiving and group hugging, and they'd made friends. Spotty Frank, Eddie Hills, and Simon Jordan, and all that. All that is just them Eddie softening them up. It's a bit like Dennis when he come to see me. You know, when I went, obviously at Death's Door, when he come to see me, I was under 9 stone, head like a skull. That changed much 2 stone later, has it? But anyway, he stayed about 4 hours, and before he went, oh, what it is, you're going to tone it down a bit about my show.
Took him 4 hours to get around it.
So Dennis, you didn't come here because I was D'ing. You come here with that. Where's that glove gone? Yeah, that glove there, Anna Rankin signed glove. You know, every house should have one. You come here with an Anna Rankin signed glove, a Fight Zone T-shirt for me, and Reggie, and you've asked me to tone it down about his shows. Because Dennis, fuck off, your show's shite. I could see we're waking up to something for about 4 hours. See, boxing promoters, they're cunning, aren't they? You know, all street are out because Dennis's big swanky cars there. I looked out at window. I've got a bag coming off each stomach. I'm waiting for a nurse. And I looked out at window. I thought, was that Whitball? That in a boxing glove, you know, because I'd not boxed for 26 months. I thought, was that? Yeah. I thought, you're banging up. I thought, I'll go down. So I was down. It opened it with him, wasn't it? He shaved all his hair off, hadn't he? Because he had a transplant years ago, Dennis, didn't it? Worst ever hair transplant in your life. So he shaved it all off and he decided to go like me. Oh, but you don't look. Dennis is all right as long as you don't get involved with boxing with him. He turns into a little monster with boxing. So Dennis, I'm sorry for sticking it to you, but your shows are shite. Let's have it right. You ain't got no stable. Come on, who have you got, Dennis? Dennis, come on, tell us. Shite. But you know, other than that, he's a good guy outside of boxing. But other than boxing, with boxing, he's a little monster. Right,
he's charismatic. He comes across as charismatic, doesn't he?
Dennis was very charismatic. And what he does, you see, he can get you to do things, and you think, oh, why have I done that? I didn't want to do that. He taught you to it. Do you know what I mean? If all out with you, Dennis will come up to you, nip you. You know, go, get off me. I'm really highly strung, aren't I? I'm really highly strung. I get really. But he'll get Dennis is persuasive. Let me tell you, persuasive. I think that's the word. He'll butter you up, be like Max. He buttered Max up. Max thought he was 10 foot tall, didn't he, Max? Right, getting out to Jersey as Big Ron's guest. He'll say to that Craig, he's a Scotsman at a hotel, go pick Max up from the airport in limo. Do you know what I mean? Max in the thought Don King was signing him, wasn't he? It felt like Azim Rahman, money when he signed him, money for knocking Lennox out. Max had been right. Then he had him in gym at Jersey and got him up pads and like, look, what you done to me? But yeah, he's all right, Dennis. We have to stick it to him. But I mean, to see how he's ended up, you know, he's not putting shows on it, not really good shows at the end. He's put Dave Allen on at Sky, and Tommy Franks going on Sky and that. They've got a 2-for-1 deal there. Dennis would have thought that were good. When I've got Tommy Frank on, Tommy Franks going in with an Olympic gold medalist, isn't he? That Gao Yafai. Dave Allen's going in with an Olympic bronze. So basically, the donkey fodder pair of them, aren't they? Donkey fodder. They're there to lose, aren't they? I hope they win. I hope they win. I don't think Tommy's got a chance. Dave's got a slight chance, but it's not even a 70-30, is it? But you don't know what you're going to get with Dave. He's a bit like Alex Higgins, isn't he? You don't know if he's going to turn up and wipe floor with you or just not turn up, do you? So it's an intriguing fight, isn't it? It's an intriguing, best fight on night anyway, that.
You can probably say at the moment he's a kind of unknown quantity, even though he's been about for a while. Just for the past couple of years, so I'm not doing much. He's kind of like an unknown quantity, really. Yeah, difficult to say what's going to happen, really.
And if in 4 years, it's over 4 years. In over 4 years, you've fought 4 men, and none of them have got a winning record. It's the wrong preparation to be going in with an Olympic bronze medalist, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
And if he gets beat and gets knocked out and white flowy, well, what then? Where does he go then? Where? Not going anywhere.
It's game over. It's game over if that happens.
And if he wins, he is in the mix. But is that what his life's going to be? Rolling dice against players like that? He's better than that, David, because he has got talent, but he's not applying it in right way. If he's had that mindset of like a Clinton or something like that, it'd be a bit different, wouldn't it? But he hasn't, has he?
Yeah. So dedication. That's missing it.
And when he's blowing bubbles in about 5 years, who is to blame? Who can he blame? He can only blame himself because he's the one that's rolled the dice, hasn't he? David, he's his own man. He did it his way. That's what happens.
Yeah.
But, tonight, let's get some predictions on. Hands of Foam against that Tomo, is it? Who you got in that one?
If it goes the distance, it's Hands of Foam. He's going to get the result. He's going to get the decision, no matter if he loses every round, eh?
Yeah. So we know about that one.
I've got the secret weapon here. I've got the Dripping Taps crystal ball for making predictions.
The tap. Hey, listen, the tap nailed it for Conor.
He was on it. He's got a sixth sense, I think.
The tap's retired now from Porky's Corner, mate.
Has he?
Yeah, there's a few retired recently. I want to retire them, mate. I've put them out to pasture. Put them out to pasture.
And the old pundits home.
There's a
It's
few
good
out
to
the
see
past.
Julian back. It's good to see Julian back though, because his knowledge is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's got the.
Julian's hanging on by his fingertips at the moment. He's all over the place anyway, boxing. You know,
I
this
think he likes
thing's done him in, hasn't it?
his reappearing man status. So I think he seems to like that. I think.
Julian's a good man. I've got Julian coming on it morning, actually, Julian,
Yeah.
to do a full breakdown of the show. He's actually in a bar in Tenerife watching it all when it
Is he?
starts.
Aye.
Starts at 8 o'clock, doesn't it? He's going to be watching
Yeah.
it.
Hands of Foam's in the ring now.
No, is he? Well, good luck to Andy. I can't watch him. I'll wait while.
It's like a pillow fight.
What?
It's like a pillow fight. His feathers going everywhere.
But yeah. So how do you see Ergovic fight going with Dempsey McKean?
I've not really seen much of Dempsey McKean, but from what I've heard, he's not really up. Hergovic should walk through him. I'd say maybe middle rounds, maybe.
What do you see?
Hergovic is a big lump, isn't he? He's a 6'6". He's as big as Joyce, isn't he? Hergovic.
Zhang knocked him about though, didn't he?
Did Zhang got robbed in that decision. He kept walking away from Zhang at times, didn't he? Wasn't he wanting to get mix it up too much and post up with him, was he?
Chat shit gets.
Fight. That was a strange fight, wasn't it?
You know that Zhang, what I noticed about him for a southpaw, he weren't your typical southpaw, you know, loads of movement. He just stood on the line and either went like that and went like that. He kept it very simple but very effective, wasn't it?
No, he just does enough, doesn't he? He is effective and he's not wasting anything, is he? He's not wasting punches. He's not wasting energy. He holds the ring centre well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Quite good ring generalship.
Yeah.
And that backhand of his is fast. Eh? For the shape and size of him, you wouldn't expect the kind of speed of hand that he has. And especially the backhand, I think it's deceiving, isn't it? Just bang, it just keeps popping in and does the damage, doesn't it? As Joyce found out. It'd be interesting to see if Joyce can change, but it's
interesting what?
To see if Joyce can change tactics effectively for the rematch, but
what, 30, late 30s?
It's a big ask, isn't it? It's a big ask. I'm a Joyce fan, so I'm hopeful, but
what did you think to Tony Bellew's IFL interview? Did you see it, Andy?
I seen some of it, and is that the best he can come up with after a week away, a week studying what he's going to rehearse for his comeback?
What did you think to Tony coming out with quotes like Anthony Joshua is still learning on the job at 34?
That's ridiculous, isn't it? That's just.
We're Ali learning on job when he was 32, Olympic gold medalist, 32 fighting Foreman. We're Ali learning on job then.
Yeah, and Ali was deemed to be past it by that point, wasn't he? There was a lot of folk were writing him off for it. Wasn't it? There was only a couple of guys picked him to beat Foreman, wasn't there?
Joshua's past it, isn't he? He's damaged goods now. It's just a case of ringing what they can out of the kid. Because if Joshua gets beat tonight and there's not a cat in hell's chance, but if he does get beat tonight, or if he goes 12 rounds, it's going to look awful, isn't it? They've got the Saudis there. He needs to look spectacular tonight, doesn't he?
He needs to walk through him, and I'm thinking 3 rounds is kind of my prediction for that.
I'm thinking 1 round, mate. 1 round.
He needs to do it in 1 round, but I can see it lasting 3. I can see him being a wee bit tentative, but I don't know. Time will tell. This is it's D-Day, really, isn't it? He's got to perform tonight. If he doesn't, that last performance he had was rubbish. It was tentative and no use at all.
Well, I pointed it out on this morning's video that in Joshua's last 8 fights, he's got 2 stoppages. Povetkin and Pulev, both old men.
Yep.
Tonight's an old man as well, Elenius, and he's not a world champion or former champion like Pulev weren't.
Yeah.
Povetkin were only a regular, ex-regular, wasn't he? So you've got 3 old men there that weren't really full world champions. So that's food and drink to Joshua, but they dressed it up. They're dressing these fights up like somebody shiting on the floor on the street and somebody going out with a shovel, scrubbing it, scooping it up, putting it in the kitchen and getting some Mr. Sheen on it, polishing it.
Polish a turd, it's still a turd, isn't it? I mean, I can hear John. If Johnny Nelson was commentating, he'll be saying he's a cross between Chuck Wepner and Brian London. No,
Johnny
he'd
won't
probably
be
have a lot
commentating
more.
tonight. He's not DAZN, is he, Johnny?
He's Sky, isn't he? Yeah, if he was there though, I think that's the kind of thing he'd be coming out after.
There'll be people
obviously,
watching that fight tonight, Andy, with Elenius, and they'll be thinking, boxers will be thinking, how on earth has he got in ring with Joshua? Have they pulled that off? But what I'm noticing is Eddie Hills was saying, "Oh yeah, we spoke to Robert Elenius's people after the fight when he won in that, with that white collar, he won it third round, didn't he, in an 8-rounder.
Yeah.
So he's had an 8-rounder against a white collar, won it third round, and Eddie's speaking to his team then. But when Eddie's saying he was speaking to his team, the Dylan White fight weren't cancelled, were it? So I'm wondering I'm wondering if the dates when they come back that they say Dylan failed, that they knew about it and we're already looking. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they slipped him in with that 8-rounder just to get him a win to get to Joshua, because it was all a bit rushed, wasn't it, and all a bit very low key, wasn't it? For somebody that's been in with Wilder and that. So I'm wondering when the dates come back and they say this is when Dylan White failed, we'll be able to piece the storyline in, because it looks to me like he were already ready all along. And all the other names that were in that, they were just talking to them to test water and see what they're all doing. I may be wrong, but I don't think I am. If you go watch what he said. So you wonder, doesn't it? Let's see.
Simon Jordan was pressing him on that when they found out, or when Frank Smith found out about the field test. But,
well, it'll all come out anyway, won't it? About the test, won't it?
Yeah.
But pressing, listen, it didn't look like you were pressing him to me, mate. Pressing,
leaning gently,
pressing him,
not pressing him hard enough.
like Dennis when he presses a button, like Dr. No, some big guy appears and just cracks you, pressing a button like that. Oh, what pressing? I was Simon Jordan. When you press Eddie Hearn off top of my head, I'd just turn around to him and say, Eddie, you know you're boxing, do you? So, yes, so why were you sat in a sauna with Lee Purdy then on the day of the fight? Because in IBF, you can only put £10 on, can't you? For the second. Right. Why were you sat in a sauna knowing he's going to be fighting that day? Why? Sorry, his dad. Why were your dad sat in there? Why are you telling everybody about it? Why? That's first thing. Second thing you probably ask him would be, why are you working with drug cheats? And now complaining about drug cheats when they fail. You've got numerous drugs. What is it, 8 or 9, 10 drug cheats across the 13 year? You're constantly working with repeat offenders. Why are you doing that? You'd ask him that, wouldn't you? Why are you selling Conor Benn fight week, knowing it's 2 failed tests? Nobody's pushing them on these matters. The list is endless. I could go on and on and on. But I spotted this a long time ago. That's why we're having billboards put up. One outside Sheffield United's ground, one on Carhouse Road in Doncaster, and Dagenham, round there. We paid for a billboard down there. So, Eddie, when you're going to come on Porky's Corner, he didn't want to come on. So, as far as I'm concerned, that we're done then. It's all bets are off, and I'm coming after you. But he'll go on other channels that maybe not has got many subs as mine, or don't do as many views, or whatever. Anything except mine, because I'm going to put it on him and I'm going to be prepared, aren't I? These other channels are not prepared for him. They're all like a bit starstrucky, aren't they?
Yeah.
You've seen it. I see it with my own eyes when these lads get the cameras and they go doing it. They get into his presence and they shake like leaves.
They're overawed, aren't they?
Why though? Why shake like a leaf? He's one person in a shit house anyway, and a bully. And if he gets in a situation where you're putting it on him, he walks off, takes his bat and ball home. Nobody is putting it on him. Coogan's been tickling his arse 13 years. I'm getting worried about them both, me.
No.
I am. So
it could be them at sharing a sauna.
Well, listen, if he's not the in-house media guy, he's doing an IFL live show for him, right?
Yeah.
So that is not neutral then, because he's taking money off him, innit, to do it. So that's not neutral.
Yeah.
When somebody's, you're not neutral. when I was sticking Dennis on channel, I used to stick it to him even when I worked for him. We used to argue like cat and dog over it. Oh, why did you ask me that? Oh, you can take that out. You can take that. I was like, that's swivel.
Nah.
And you've got to be on you. Well, it's only because I'm confrontational anyway, but they're not asking proper questions and I keep bleating on about it because I can't believe that the cream of the sport have got their own in-house PR people and they're putting propaganda out. Propaganda. And when it comes on top, they shut up because they're told to. What a time it is to be a YouTuber when you get a big story like Dylan White failing a dope test. He's fourth in combat sports and he's third in boxing. We all agree on that, don't we? It's a big story, and this is where you're going to earn your corn. They went silent, and it's not the first time they did it with Billy Joe. They did it with the Oscar Rivers one. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. But you know what? Everybody knows now. The cat's out of the bag, don't they? So they know what they're about now. So they've gone, well, everybody knows that we're in-house media, so sod it. We'll do an IFL live. That's how it looks to me. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very much like the Tory government and mainstream media. I know they're getting away with murder, with corruption and whatnot. It's disgusting, really. And you can see that as being corrupt. Corrupt storylines and lying to the fans, making a narrative up to suit themselves, and it's just bullshit.
What do you think about the Calzaghe, Froch and Bricktop beef? Well, there's no beef with Calzaghe, it's Froch in it basically. And Bricktop, very good, can he? Because he's not used to anybody standing up to him, is he?
That's it. And I noticed Simon Jordan didn't have the balls to call him Bricktop to his face either. I was disappointed in that.
If I were at a show and I had, listen, if I'm at a show, here, Bricktop, if I'm at a show and I've got a bottle of pop like this, right? I'm just going to go like that, drink it all, then I'm going to piss in it. I'm going to love it. No. I have seen that happen at shows. Though. I saw one flying over to Robert Smith's head and it went by his head. And it weren't me. I know through it. It went, phew! Robert Smith went.
Piss bombed.
Well, that's what it was, isn't it? Hey, listen, anybody who can do that at a show and launch one of them and it goes whizzing by Robert Smith's head, pop, pop, bang.
I'd never hit them.
I'll send you a free Porky Lacoste top. 80 quid to buy and it's 25 quid just for the logo. I'll send you one in post. Tell me your size.
I'm shit at throwing. I'd probably hit the ref or something.
It wasn't flying,
depending on the ref, that wouldn't be a bad shout, I suppose.
What?
Depending on what ref it was, it wouldn't be a bad shout, would it? Because they're about as bad, aren't they? A lot of them anyway.
It's all good stuff, Andy. Can anybody ever understand you where you live, or is it just like a different language?
I have no idea.
You say you're just bumbling, stumble-bum jock.
I'm going to get better Wi-Fi because I noticed when I look back at some of the videos, sometimes like the picture freezes and that, and then
Well, you know why that is, don't you? Because where you live, like it's like not even on map, is it? Is it near?
That's right. Off grid.
Is there? You know where you live? Is there like oil rigs at sea up that end?
No, well, there is if you go up to Aberdeen, but they're a bit offshore. I'm in Perth. I remember I said that last time.
Perthshire.
Perthshire, yeah.
Do you know where Ayrshire is? Ayr.
Yeah, that's further down on the west coast. Yeah.
I went on holiday to a place called Ayr. It was like a Butlins type of thing.
Butlins, yeah.
In 1978, I went there. Ayr. I was looking at some pictures recently. What year was that? 1978. That's you there when I had hair and that. Bay City Rollers about in them days.
They were big, weren't they? And they made no money because they got shafted as well, didn't they, by the manager?
I remember having a sing-song in our family car all the way up. It was a windy road up there, like country lanes and all that. I remember ABBA being on. I was sat back at the car and I'm thinking, it don't get any fucking better than this, does it? Hey?
Gang along.
I remember saying, Dad, do we need a passport? Because we haven't got one. We've never been out of a mining village or further than Bridlington, so Scotland in them days were like going to Australia to us.
over Hadrian's Wall.
Yeah, is it near there?
No, Hadrian's Wall's down that's down the borders, It's
What do
it's
you
near Carlisle.
yeah, what do you think Johnny Fisher, truthfully? Do you think he wins tonight, his first belt?
Nah, you might find it's a distance fight. Do you think? I don't know anything about the guy he's fighting though. He's needing to step up anyway, isn't he? So he can't just piss about for any much longer, can he? He's needing to step up. So see how he gets on. He probably will win, I think. He's a big, strong guy, isn't he? But technically, he's a bit basic, I think, isn't he?
He does tickets though, doesn't he? But
nah, he's popular, eh?
I don't think they're going to step him up. He's only a young kid, though, isn't he? 22.
Nah, well, I thought he was older than that. But if he's only 22, he's got plenty of time, isn't he?
I don't know. I
just
thought
hope
puppy, and he's only a young lad, isn't he?
I just hope your campaign to save his old man succeeds. Eh? I just hope his campaign to save his dad succeeds. You know, because he's just getting fatter and fatter, isn't he?
His dad's like I will. Well, what happens is when you get by 20 stone, all your body changes and everything. It takes ages to get back, obviously, to normal, but your body changes and your appetite increases. So you're just wanting food all the time. You're like a puppy dog, you know, chasing them out every time you go in the kitchen. He's hanging around you, Roxy, for a biscuit or something. And whereas my other dog, Rocky, don't bother now because he's not a puppy. But when you get by 20 stone, the weight increases. Getting from like 12 to 20 is quite hard. Once you get by 20, it just comes on and on because you're not exercising as much because you're so big. And I'm seeing this. I were bigger than him. I were bigger than him. His feet look like a pig's trotters, don't they? Mine did.
Yeah.
My mum went on about it to me the other day. I was like showing me photos. I was like, massive. But and you don't see it when you look in the mirror. You think you're all right because you just keep buying bigger clothes, don't you? You're going to jack them out. My dad says to me, Russ, I goes, what? He goes, why don't you get yourself some new clothes? You're always in the same outfit. I says, oh, I can get to fit me. He goes, why don't you go to Giacomo? I goes, I'm not going there. He goes, why? I goes, it's fat people. It's like, when I was younger, I was a bit of a firebug one and they sent me to this place and I had to have all these interviews with these fucking shrinks and stuff. This is when I was at school. And my mum said, how did you go on? I said, I didn't like it there. I said, everybody there were nutty. Everybody were a nutcase. I couldn't wait to get out. It's a bit like Giacomo. I'm not wearing Giacomo. They're for fat people. I can't put any fucking weight on, probably because I'm Dean, but don't know it. I don't know. I'm just not getting no on. But we'll get through it. I'm always putting fires out. I'm a bit like Dennis Arnold. He's always putting fires out, Dennis. But we'll get there, kid. We'll get there.
Hopefully you get some protein shakes or that, or stuff like that.
I spoke to Peter Fury this morning, so you need to get back on them peanut butter ones. I stopped taking them for a bit, and it's the only way I can get it on. And
I eat a lot of peanuts. Personally, I eat a lot of peanuts myself. Just a habit. Since I stopped eating chocolate, I just seem to eat loads of peanuts all the time. But
yeah, I've got a caramel. So I had some delivered today, caramel powder, and I'm gonna put a couple of big spoons of Nutella in. And when we get when Joshua comes out to ice, hilarious. I'll be there like that. Yeah. There'll be Nutella and peanut butter and all. Because that 4,000 calories drink. But there's got to be more to life than that, isn't there? You know what I mean?
I used to get. I got them from the doctor. I got Ensure shakes.
Yeah, well, that's what they get. That's what they give me in hospital. And Scott Brunt's girlfriend Emma fetched me two big bags of them. When I went in hospital, she just walked into a room and said, "I've got these Pokey from Scott." I'm like, wow, loads of them. They're good. I'm unsure.
Probably about 9 or 10 years ago, I had a big bowel operation and I lost loads of weight. And then for the first, I got given them, and for the first 3 weeks, I think it was, I never put on any weight at all after the operation. And once I was on them, and then my body started working better, I put 2 stone. Was it 2 stone I put on in next 5 weeks? I think it was 5 or 6 weeks. It just kind of went again back to normal again. But
yeah, well, when I was at Death's Door, I'm 2 stone heavier than when I was at Death's Door. But them Ensure thing, they're good drinks. And Gary at Welcome Estates, he's on them. Gary, he likes them.
Yeah.
He likes
I
Derek.
don't know.
So they're like a meal, aren't they?
Yeah,
All in one. But yeah, other fight on there tonight: Derek War Chisora Scooby Doo against what Gerard Washington. That's an easy one for Derek, that isn't it? Really.
Yeah. He might even get a stoppage in that. I think maybe
Derek,
8-9 round.
It's a 10-rounder, isn't it?
Is that a 10 rounder?
No,
I
no,
should
I
get
don't think it's a
a
12
late
round.
stoppage.
It'll be 12, will it? Well, I've got Derek
Yeah.
to win on points on that one. Derek to win on
Right.
points, and and he'll want to impress Saudis, obviously, only because he's hanging out the back of the minute. Him and Hay and Bellew. Did you hear Bellew going on about them Saudis today in that interview? Oh,
Is it them that's paying Chisora for this fight? I think I heard something about that.
what?
I'm sure they're putting money. I think the Saudis are putting money up for this.
They've
for
paid for
Chisora
his purse, haven't they, Chisora?
Yeah, yeah.
Shows you how well he's in with him. I mean, they probably think he's a raving lunatic, Chisora at Saudis, but he's sports washing. They just want to get the foot in the door, don't they? Really? So,
They'll see him as a salesman for them, won't they?
salesman. Have you seen the state of him? He's a bully, man. He's a bully. Him. He's a bully. That's what he is. He's funny, but he's a bully. Salesman. He's just getting. He's teaching them who's who.
Yeah.
But it's Campbell Atom winning. I can't watch him. Me pissing me.
And Johnny Fisher's just warming up there. There's Chisora coming into the
watch
arena.
Where's my
He's warming up. I don't know if Hatton's fight's finished yet. It must be. Oh, unless it's just between rounds. It's got the volume down there, so I can't really hear what's going on. But
all good stuff, isn't it, kid?
Oh, he's still fighting. No, it's still going on. This is round. It's not saying what round they're in.
Not even all
round 7, 8. It's into.
Okay. Other than that, are you all right?
I'm all right. I was just round helping my mate today take an engine out of his car. So sent you a couple of pictures.
Same car as Clint Eastwood's in Dirty Harry.
That's it. It's the same thing. I think Dirty Harry's.
Did you get rid of that Honda? You get rid of that Honda?
I'll find out this coming week. There's a woman wanting. I wasn't really planning to sell it, but there's a woman wanted to buy it off me. She's got one already, but hers has done a lot more miles than mine. Mine's in good nick. Spent a lot of time and money on it.
Yeah.
So
you can get wrapped up in them, can't you? Them sort of cars. I've done it. Right.
If she gives me the right money, I'll part with it.
You see, the thing is, we're doing all like that years ago, about 10, 12 years ago. I did a 3 Series Coupe BMW from needed a respray and all sorts done to it, and about $8,000 bill, and it was petrol. 6-cylinder petrol. You know what I mean? Cool.
Greedy, yeah.
And it was like 17 to a gallon. It was a disaster, and I was like, Jesus, and I was like fuming at fuel costs. And I let it go for buttons and done a fortune on it, because nobody wants them sort of cars, do they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only problem, isn't it? Running them.
You've got to be prepared to keep it if you're putting big money in it, aren't you? You've got. I mean, I've had that car.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You could park it up. I had a Capri years ago. We should have parked that up.
Oh, they're crazy money now, eh? Capris, eh?
Oh, I had a GTI Peugeot back in day. That'd be worth some money now.
Money now.
XR3. Oh, you'd be astronomical, wouldn't it? You don't think though when you're a young spunker rallying him about, do you? You know what I mean? I know somebody who bought
had a C36 AMG.
Yeah, listen to this one. Brooklyn Capri E-Reg, brand new, 13 grand, 1987, and he's still got it wrapped up. How's about that?
That'll be worth
36-year-old, and it's got a couple 100 mile on clock. What's that worth? Eh?
That's 100. That's probably 100 grand now. When you
120 grand, I've been told. They're fetching 55s, aren't they? 60s. I see one other day, 80 grand, a JPS Mark 1, a 3.1.
Oh,
bags for bare metal job, proper restoration. 80 bags for a bag of shit like that.
Nah. You'd be disappointed if you drove it as well compared to nowadays cars. They're like...
I'll tell you what I had a go in recently. I had a go in a 240Z.
All right. And
that was stupid money. And I remember thinking they were the dog's nuts when I was a kid.
I don't like it.
Bag of shit to drive, just a bag of shit. But obviously you're asking stupid money for it.